It's $300. What do we care? If we had really looked into it, we probably would have been able to look and say, wait a minute, the cost of just reporting to my landlord makes this a bad one to get into. Kathy has shown me other leases that some of you, maybe people who were here, were debating entering into. And I don't think you are getting the respect as business owners that you deserve. You're savvy enough to be on a masterclass call at 8 o'clock Central, using your time to get better at making money and saving your money. You're savvy enough to have competent representation, letting you understand what your lease and your business agreements look like. You don't let people take advantage of you with contracts that are confusing. Many lawyers will review a standard business lease for $300-400. I mean, even at the high end, you're still under 500. Creating those leases is more expensive, but you're just using them. You just need to know what you have to do. And that's a great investment. Imagine the worst decision you ever made. And if you had just paid $500, somebody in a suit or in a really great dress would have said, don't do it, don't do it. That would have been great money if somebody had just told you not to do the worst decision of your life for $500. Would you recommend finding legal advice through companies similar to Legal Shield? All right. I have been positive vibes only so far. I recently had to sue somebody represented by Legal Shield, and they threw their client under the bus. So I have never used Legal Shield because I'm a lawyer, but I sued somebody who had Legal Shield for their business, and Legal Shield immediately rolled over. Then they stopped paying all the money they were supposed to pay. They fired the attorney working on the file on behalf of the client, didn't answer my letters for 2 months, racked up another $2,000 in debt. So my experience with Legal Shield was really bad. What I would tell you to do is go find somebody you can sit down with in the phone book. Go to somebody who is a member of your local religious organization, local chamber of commerce, that shows up at board meetings, goes to your kids' schools, something like that. Meet somebody who you have something in common with and have a lifelong relationship with them. I've known Kathy for years now, just because we were introduced by somebody, and that guy cut my friend, that guy's wife went to Kathy's friend's salon, and that's how I met Kathy. So we're still friends. It's been years. And meet somebody who you will have that friendship with. You don't want to have a company as your attorney. You want to know who to call. You want to be like, hey, Justin, hey, Tanya, hey, Brian, hey, Derek. You want to call somebody and just say, this is the question I have. And you probably won't even get charged if they like you. If you're fun to talk to, you won't get charged.
Thank you so much for that.
You're very welcome. You may have heard my door getting rattled. I think I have to put my son to bed. So if anybody has any last questions, this is it for me. But I really appreciate the invite. I'd be happy to come back whenever you want.
Oh.
But you're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay. If anybody has any questions, just email me here. Email me only Illinois specific questions. That's all. Only Illinois. If you're in another state, just go, does this lawyer seem good? And I'll help you out with that. I will help you as much as I can, but I can't answer specifics unless you're in Illinois. Thanks so much for your time, everybody. And I'll be praying on your success. You guys seem like an awesome group. And thanks again, Sam, for the awesome introduction and for really trying to build something organic. And thanks, Kathy, for having me.
You're welcome. All right.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. You go take care of yourself. Okay. So you've all had the importance of having people in your team. So having people, having someone like Sam, who has been in the industry for over 50 years, and then having a lawyer has worked with beauty supply stores. So this is like a niche industry. Not every lawyer understands what a beauty supply store needs look like, or, what we would be needing from that, right? So if you have any other kind of questions, just let me know. So right here, we are at the 3 reasons why you need to have a lawyer. Justin talked about what you need, the business setup, So the ownership, how do you distribute the ownership of the business? Why you need to have a different name to your brand and stuff like that. So if you've been following me in the beginning of this journey, I was just going with the name of my beauty supply store. I was just going with Bluxe Beauty Supply. But when we started getting recognition and we started opening a lot of beauty supply stores, we decided to just change the name to Beauty Supply Insider and register that as a separate business so that we are able to reach even more people and not have that associated with my beauty supply store, because that's a separate business that I run, and Beauty Supply Insider is another separate business that I run. The commercial lease is very important. Everyone who works with us, we recommend to get someone to look over your commercial lease, because this is based on experience. Purely experience. People reach out to me after you've made the mistake of signing a wrong lease, or like he just said about what happened with their triple net, where they couldn't even know what it's gonna cost until like at the end of the month. Then you're getting the bill like, okay, this is ridiculous, I need to know these upfront. I was struggling so much with that, and every other business person reaches to me and they're like, I cannot know what my rent is gonna be. I'm like, yeah, unfortunately that's what the industry looks like. That's what a commercial lease looks like. But you need to make the right decision, because this will be your physical address. You'll go out there, you'll start marketing your business. This is the home for your brand. Everyone will know like, oh, that store is always there. So you want to make sure that you have good relationships so you can stay there long term. You don't want to be the store that, oh, they used to be there. Now they moved next to Walmart. Oh, now they're actually a Dollar Tree. Oh, you know what? They actually moved to, like, you need a stable home for your business. Okay. And then if some people already have experience in business, but if you end up needing a business consultant, and it's not just me, okay? I know there are other people out there who are doing it. So if they maybe convince you, that's okay, but make sure whatever they are promising you, they deliver. So that's why you need to have another lawyer and say, hey, I'm hiring this business consultant, this business strategist. Can you look at this contract? She's saying she'll help me open a store in 6 months. Some say 6 months, some say 1 year. I say 60 days. So go and see, will I deliver it for you? Like after the days that I've said, will I deliver for you? So you want to make sure that that's taken care of. I don't want you to go spend a lot of money and then let's just not talk about that. So now we're going to the business mindset of owning a beauty supply store. So this person has been helping me along the way. Like, this lady does not joke. Like, she means business. She knows, like, once you reach out to her, she knows your why, she knows why you're doing this, she knows your reasons, she knows the people you're called to serve, the community impact, the change that, like all these things that you need to stick through, struggling with vendors, struggling with, sometimes even when you're a new store, clients come to the store and they say like, is this all you have? Because you're new, so you haven't bought everything. So they're like, maybe you're still waiting for this vendor to approve your account. So they come in and you have no braiding hair that's very popular. They're like, how come you don't have that? Like, they'll keep asking you these questions and it'll get in your head and you'll be like, you know what? I don't have it. Maybe I should just close. I don't think this is the business for me. Like, no, we need to stick it. We need to stay and do it, because we are the change that we need to see happen. All right, so we'll let Doreen Lynch get started with us today.
Wow, what a wonderful introduction, Catherine. Thank you so much, and welcome everybody to this. Catherine calls it a talk, but I call it a discussion, an exchange of minds where we get to just talk, right? Is that okay with everyone? We just talk, right? I like that. Oh, did you guys hear me? I think I was on mute. Was I on mute? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect, perfect. All right, let me just go ahead and share my screen before we start. All right. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Okay, just a bit of introduction. My name is Doreen Lynch. I am an author, a speaker, and a mindset coach, and the founder of Mindset Refinery. What I do is I help people transform their lives, their beliefs, their thoughts, their attitudes, so they can step up into their power and live to their maximum potential. Is that something that you guys would like? Type in a yes if that's something that every one of you would like to step up and live up to their full potential. Okay, Chantal says yes. So our discussion for today is success is a way of thinking. And our subtitle is navigating the beauty supply business with the right mindset. Before we begin, I would just like to have you imagine there's two teams. Imagine it's the Super Bowl and this is the NFL, right? And there's two teams, there's team A, and they both have a motto. Team A has a motto where it's from this famous philosopher. It goes like, all I do is win, no matter what. Every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go where? Up, and they stay there. And then there's another team which their motto, and remember this is the NFL, right? This is the Super Bowl. Both teams have been really practicing all season. And there's another team, Team B, where the motto is hard work pays. Yeah. So I want you guys to tell me which team are you betting on? Where are you putting your money? Are you going for Team A or are you going for Team B? Let me know in the comment section below, and we'll get back to this. I'm having a little bit of dry throat. Let me have some water. I had a cold because the weather is changing, but that will be off soon. I can fight this. Anyway, so tonight I have four Team Hard Work, Catherine Mondo. All right, yes, hard work pays, right? I have four objectives tonight: to transform your thoughts to a six-figure beauty supply owner, to understand the importance of mindset in business, and to identify and clear limiting beliefs in your business, and to also help you build a strong foundation in your beauty supply business. Is that okay with everyone? If I can achieve to get to all these four objectives tonight, is that okay? Wonderful. Let's continue. So in this life, what we do, like the whole reason we're here, we're chasing a certain kind of feeling. All we're doing every day when you wake up, that's why you buy a nice bed, because you're chasing it's comfort. You're chasing comfort. You're chasing a certain kind of feeling. So in the business industry, I just want you to let's discuss a monk. What do you think a monk, when he goes to the Himalayas and is, sitting in a lotus position, is in the mountains away from everyone else, what kind of feeling do you think he's chasing? If you can type in here and let me know, what kind of feeling do you think a monk, somebody, those Buddhas, when they go up there in the mountain and they're just meditating the whole day, what feeling are they chasing? Peace, freedom, yes, peace. They're chasing inner peace. Okay, serenity, absolutely. What about a mother? When somebody is happily married, they have a good job, the husband they're financially stable, they're okay, they're living their best life, and now they decide, oh my God, I want to be a parent. What do you think what is the feeling you think they're chasing? What is that feeling you think a parent is chasing? Okay, I can let you know. A mother or a father, they're chasing an uncomfort with kids. Wonderful. Love, yes. Comfort the first few days until they grow up. Yes, love, unconditional bondage to this human being, right? So you get to see that we're all chasing a certain kind of feeling every day in whatever we do. We're chasing a feeling, So as a business owner, when you want to start your business, what is the feeling that you guys all join this masterclass today? What is the feeling that you're chasing tonight? Freedom, perfect. Yes. Financial freedom, that's a big one. Success, absolutely. Yes. Yes. So a beauty supply owner, stability, comfort, wonderful. Any business owner, anybody who decides that they want to start a business of their own, they want to leave a legacy. You're here today because you want to be different. You're different. You're thinking different. You're thinking different from everybody else in your community. You want to leave a legacy. You want to leave a name, a name that everybody is you want to change the community. People, you're here to make an impact, correct? That's what you're doing. In as much as we're all chasing financial freedom, which is a big one, we all love money. I love money. That is one of the things that business, some of the feelings, the emotions that the business supply owners, beauty supply owner like you, a six-figure beauty supply owner is chasing, right? All right. I'd like to tell you that in this world that we live in, there's only two kinds of emotions that govern us, humanity as a whole. These are emotions. Let's call these two emotions the parents, the mother and the father. Fear. Fear is a big one. Fear is such a big emotion. And remember all these things, fear, financial freedom, success, they're just states, they're feeling states. They're feeling states that if you keep on thinking in a certain way for a very long time through repetition and just seeking all the information that you need, these states will harden into fact. Like if you think like a successful person, you will eventually find your way into a successful job, be a successful business owner, somehow, somewhere. So all these emotions here, fear, loss, anger, frustration, humiliation, missed opportunities, jealousy, poverty, all these are the cousins and relatives of fear. Anything that feels constrictive, how can I say it? Like you don't feel like you're expanding, you're growing, all that falls under fear. And anytime you feel you're happy, you're illuminated, you feel like even right now as you're learning, you're operating under an emotion of love. This is the emotions where you get abundance, knowledge, prosperity, growth, expansion, happiness, wealth, excellence, and gratitude, good luck. Opportunities happen when you're in that emotion, which is the mother, which is the emotions of love. That's how people expand and grow and become better. And let's just talk about fear, because that is the big one that really messes up everyone. And there are 4 types of fear that I would like to discuss tonight. That is the fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of change, and fear of being the first person to start anything. Let's start with the fear of failure. This is a very insidious one. I think everybody has experienced this. Has anybody experienced any of this kind of fears? Or am I just the only one who's ever been through this life and experienced all this? This fear of failure, it expresses itself through like fear of rejection. Oh, number 4, yeah, that's a big one. Yeah. It expresses itself through like fear of rejection, not being enough, you're embarrassed, But this fear, it's just, like I said, very insidious. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck in where you are. And let's use an example where, say, somebody's living in their mother's basement. It just keeps you stuck, but you're scared to move out because you don't know what if I get roommates who are, I don't know, maybe they do drugs or they're unruly. And like, you see that fear, it just keeps you stuck. It doesn't get you, but you're supposed to be moving and advancing. It keeps you stagnant. Right now, you're probably in your 8 to 5 job, some of you, just let me know how many people are still in their 8 to 5 job, but they're doing the transition. They want to own their beauty supply store owner. Just type in there, let me know. Yeah, so you might probably be going through this kind of fear. Yes, Shabria, yeah, you could be going through this kind of fear where you need to, a change needs to happen. You feel like something is calling you. You feel this is not where you are at this moment is not enough. And you just know there's a change that needs to happen. But just know this, Shabria, like if you do not make the change that you're feeling you're being called to do, 2 years from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, you're still going to be in the same position if you do not make a step, if you don't make a decision. But I'm glad you made the decision today to join this masterclass, and we're going to help you debunk all this fear. I know, I understand the bills don't stop. That's why you're here. You already made you made an amazing decision tonight. Joining this masterclass is the first step to stepping up, to leveling up. Wonderful. Thank you for joining. So this fear, You know, what you can do when you're having this fear, when you're just scared, what if I fail? What if I don't? You know what? You could be like 2 years from now, you could be the same person who has a business supply, a 6-figure beauty supply owner like Catherine. Or you could still be, still alive, but still don't have a beauty supply store and still wishing and hoping just because you're scared. Oh, what if it fails? You know, this is not a fear that's like substantial. It should not be there. But I know how you have to address this fear. You can journal, you can do all these things, and you can talk to people, have a community. But yes, you can overcome some of this fear because it just gives you an illusion of safety, but you know you're not safe because you're still going to be the same person unless you change. How I usually like to debunk this fear, I just ask myself, like, what is the best case scenario? So right now you're in your 8-to-5 job. What is the best case scenario if you open your beauty supply store? Just write it down. If you don't have people to talk to, right, just journal, just you, yourself and you, but just go and write it down. What is the best case scenario if you took a step today? What will happen? And see where that fear is. We want to attack that fear and see where exactly it is. Another fear, this is the fear of judgment. Oh, this is a good one. I suffered through this one a while back when I was still a baby. This was like, what will people think? I mean, these people are not paying your bills to start with. So why would you care what they're going to think? And let me tell you, people are going to judge you regardless, whether you're doing well, whether you're not doing well, whether you're a billionaire, whether you're not, they're still going to judge you. So isn't it just better to just live your life the way you want to live your life, you know? And what if your business beauty supply store fails? You learned. And you can teach other people and tell them, you know what, I started mine and this is what I did and it failed. So do not do this. That is a job nowadays. You can open a YouTube channel and teach people how to do that. Fear of change. This just gives you a comfort, like a temporary discomfort. You know, people are scared of that temporary discomfort. But the one thing that is constant is change. Change is always changing. So if you're not changing with change, you're going to get stuck. So you have to change. You have to embrace this fear because change is the doorway to new beginnings. You know, magic happens in the unknown. So this is one of the fears that you should actually not be having. A fear of being the first. Yes. There's some jobs like, you know, I can imagine like somebody like Einstein being the first person and going to tell people, oh, you know, there's this law. Can you imagine? People might have thought like he was a little bit, you know, delusional. But sometimes when you're being called to do something, you just have to step up and do it. Yes, your mother has never opened a beauty supply store. Your auntie, no one in your generation has not opened a beauty supply store. But why is it at this moment you're feeling called to do that, to change your community, to do better? Do not ignore your gut feeling when you're being called to do something that's bigger than you. Embrace it. And believe me, the universe is always conspiring to help you. Are we together? Is everybody still here? So our topic tonight was we were going to talk about the mindset. So what is mindset? This is just how you perceive the world, you know? Like I asked you before, when we were starting the presentation, our discussion, I asked you, which team were you on? And a couple of people said they were in team A and team B. I would like to know your reasons why you're in team B. Is just because you like that philosopher, DJ Khaled, or what? Because this life is meant to be fun, enjoyable, and remember, like I said, this is the Super Bowl. These are both teams that have been training really well all season. But if you're having a mindset where you're just stuck up and it's like hard work pays, yes, hard work does pay. But when you're there, if you have a different mindset where yes, it does pay, but you know what? When I step up here, I always win. Anything that I touch, you know, my hands, anything that I touch turns into gold. Anything that I get into, I always outdo myself. That is the mindset that's going to catapult you to like greatness. So we understand. And it's very important to have a proper mindset in life as you approach anything. And you ladies can attest to this when, like, even putting on the right shade of lipstick and the right wig can make or break a day. Because, when you wear a certain outfit, when you're in certain lipstick, you're in a different outfit. When your makeup is perfect on point, you're in a different mindset. Nobody can tell you. When your nails are done, that's a different mindset from, when you're just wearing your hoodie and it's very different, right? You see how mindset helps you to just get to where you want to go, the right mindset. So tonight we're going to be talking about fixed versus growth mindset. These are the two kinds of mindsets that we're going to be dealing with tonight. So as a beauty supply owner, I am sure you're going to be dealing with a lot. But let me just tell you, the mindset that you need as a business owner, you just feel like success it begins with believing in yourself. And these are the things that might be popping up in your head, even at your current job right now. You're like, oh, I can't do it. The growth mindset, the abundance mindset that we're looking at is like, I'm still learning. You can always learn and research. And let me tell you, everyone who has a job, who has whatever other than Einstein or Jesus or really those geniuses that we know about, everybody else is really well trained. People are just well trained. Nobody came from their mother's womb and they're like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. No, people are just well trained. And if you can dedicate the time to learn a skill every day for just like an hour or 15 minutes, you'll be a different person in 3 months. I guarantee you that. 15 minutes every day or 20 minutes, and there's just free content everywhere on YouTube, on the internet. Like, this is such a wonderful time to be alive. You can't even say you cannot do anything because, there's so much information out there. Okay, another thing that people always with the fixed mindset will have is like, I'm not good at this. It's like, how can you learn? How can you be better? Like I said, again, everybody is just well trained. So you can learn to do all these things as you learn from other people. You're afraid of making a mistake. Mistakes are how people learn. Failure is just a stepping stone. Failure is just an experience. And again, I said, failure is just a state. This is just an emotion. It happens and it passes. If you choose to remain there where you failed once, then now you make it your personality. I'm a failure. That's when it becomes a part of you. No, you fail, you get out of there, you start again, you continue. No, I give up. You can never give up in business. You have to try different things, 1,000 things before it works. So we're going to talk about understanding limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. These are just like mental barriers, the things that will block you from opening your beauty supply store and becoming a successful six-figure beauty supply owner. Some of the common limiting beliefs we see at the beauty supply industry are the common one. As Chantal said here, the bills are there. I don't have enough capital. Perfect. All right. This is a common one. And this is the main one. Opening up a beauty supply store costs a lot of money. You need a lot of capital to start. Yes. But if you're really passionate about doing this, what can you do? You can get funding, right? You can secure funding. You can get a loan. You can get grants. You can get partnerships. You can gradually start. Like Catherine said here in her story, when she started her beauty supply store, you think she had like $1 million to start. She was going to buy one wig, mannequins from the store. And then that's when she was going and she was selling those wigs online. Then she was like, I can make this into a business, You can start small if you don't have access to all this funding, right? Is that okay? Yes. Alicia says yes. You can just start small. If you're not a trust fund baby, if you don't have a good credit score, don't worry. If you have the passion, it will drive you to achieve your goals. And don't let anything stop you. And now in an era where we have online access, you can open online and just sell that one wig. From that profit, you get another and buy 2 more and 3 more and 3 more products. And just like that, you grow. And as you're doing that, you're probably building your credit score. Then you can get access to funding and loan and all that stuff, right? Is that doable? All right. All right. Another one. I don't have enough experience in the beauty supply store. Yeah, that's okay. That's why you're here in this masterclass tonight. You have experts. Like you see, you've talked to a lawyer, you've got access to a lawyer, and he said he can help you whenever Catherine is here. Like, these are things that we can deal with. When you attack your fears directly hand and you see them, you can be able to see that, like, it's not actually so bad after all. I can do this. The market is too saturated. Yes, the market is saturated, and e-commerce is speaking up. E-commerce just came the other day. I mean, the other day, maybe a couple of years ago, but still, people still are very much interested in having a brick and mortar store. Like, see, when Catherine went to buy her wig, she wanted to touch it and feel it, the texture. How many times have you ordered something on Amazon and you're like, I don't know, it doesn't look it, because, people are trying, and there are people who are not really trustworthy on there. Sometimes most people, they would just take really amazing photos and they'll, catfish you. And then it arrives and you have an event and you're like, oh my God, I cannot wear this. Would you have rather gone to the beauty supply store next door and just tried it on? And, what would have been a better experience? Yes, there's still a demand. There's still a demand for having beauty supply store, physical beauty supply stores, guaranteed. And it's not going away anytime soon, because nowadays, like doing your hair, when you go do your hair, when you're braiding or you're having your wig laid or whatever, wouldn't you rather walk into the store when you're doing your hair and there's like, products there, everything that you need in a one-stop shop? For me, that's a wonderful experience, and one that I would actually prefer, Another one, a common one, I don't have the necessary connections. This one, you can, again, you guys are really ahead of the game because you're here. This is how you make connections. Now you guys know the lawyer, Bobsa, Catherine, me. This is how you make connections. When you reach out, be like, you are at the masterclass. Yeah, how can I assist? This is how you make connections. You can also join communities, online communities. Like, there's so many things you can do to just attend all this, like you said, like the masterclass that you're attending here tonight. You can also join other industry events that happen. If you now follow Bobsa, they post everything that happens there, and the Beauty Supply Insider, Catherine, they will keep you updated on what's going on in the market. So you stay informed, and that's how you create informed connections. See, when you have a passion for something, your mind is just looking out for what's happening in the industry. Online shopping is taking over. Again, I'll just say this. Yes, online shopping, e-commerce is picking up really rapidly. But at the same time, like I said, there's still a demand for having a brick and mortar store, a physical store. And it doesn't have to be 10,000 square feet. You can start small and you grow as you learn and grow the business. You will see that there is really a need for opening your own beauty supply store in your neighborhood. I can compete with big chain stores like, Sally's or whatever. I agree with you. It can be difficult, but you know what makes you different from the crowd? You have to differentiate. Offer exceptional customer service. What can you do to be different from the crowd? How can you make all your customers feel like this was such a wonderful experience? I know personally, I love supporting local businesses, Black Beauty on supply store. I'm like, yes, I'm going there. There's still a demanded need for that. People love going to stores and supporting their own. So do not give up on your dream. Another one is like, oh, I'm too old, I'm too young. Do you guys know the guy, the owner of KFC? I think he started his company when he was 54 years old. Do you think he regretted it and was like, oh, I'm too old? Do you think? No, I don't think so. So if you have the passion, let your passion be the drive to you achieving your goals. Age is just a number. There's nothing that limits you. Like, just go with what makes you feel happy. If you're feeling called to start a business, by all means, go ahead and do it. There's a reason why that's happening. You're afraid of failure. We already talked about that, right? Failure is just, like I said, it's just a learning opportunity to grow and improve. Sometimes you need to fail, actually. If you're just pushing yourself, you need to, like, it's just you just step up from that. It's a learning experience. You're like, so I shouldn't have opened it there. I should have done this. Then you change it. But if you do your proper due diligence, like right now, you have all the connection. You have Bobsa, you have Catherine, you have the lawyer, you have everything that you need. There'll be minimal chances of you failing, right? I don't have a business degree. All right, well, it is important to have a business, to have some business knowledge. I also mentioned earlier that everyone is just well-trained. Nobody has this knowledge that's like, we're always learning every day. Everybody is always learning. And I'll tell you, like, I'd rather pay for a certification course or hire a coach to do something for me than go to university for 4 years. I'm sorry. I mean, I still love education and the whole system, but this will be a better way to spend my money. You can learn all these things. You can learn online. You can seek the mentors. You don't need to have a business degree to have a business degree to run a business. You absolutely do not. And you can hire experts in this field. If you don't know anything, you just need to hire an expert. I heard of this story where Ford, you guys know General Ford Motors, like, he was once quoted and people say that, oh, he's not even that intelligent. It's like, I don't need to be intelligent. When every time he went on interviews, he would be asked a question and he'd be like, look at one of his 100 engineers and be like, yeah, you step up and answer. You don't need to know everything. You can hire someone to do all this stuff for you. We just need you as the brand, and you and your passion and your drive. That's all you need to start your business. Are we together? Is everybody still here? Oh, perfect. Oh, yes, you can outsource all these things. Oh my God, Fiverr. I cannot live without Fiverr. And it was like, Fiverr, Upwork, there's so many things you can do, even opening, like setting up your own website, doing all that stuff, You can outsource all these things and just fine tune them later, but you just start small. People think like, oh my God, I need to hire the best designers in the world. No, you can go to Canva and create your own website, it's like, and you go to YouTube and learn how to do that, then do it. So simple, Anyway, I wanted to, as we wrap up, just give you a few life hacks here. Yeah, we got this beautiful photo over here. This is and it was, again, I love imagining and taking you on trips. So imagine this is a kid, and this is a kid and the mom, and this kid, it was summertime. Have you ever guys sold lemonade? Type for me a yes if you guys have ever had a lemonade stand. So it's summertime. I know summertime just ended. So it's summertime. This kid, no, he never had a lemonade. Chantal, I'm sorry. Maybe your kids will have a Kool-Aid stand, even better. So this kid just went to, she had a lemonade stand the whole day. And she unfortunately did not make any sales. And she comes back home and the mom is like, I knew you were a failure. Even nobody has ever been successful in this family. I told you not to do? Do you think that is the conversation that is going on? Do you think that is what the mom is telling the kid? No, I think this mom at this moment, my perception, the mom, like, do you think this is how the mom would be talking to somebody to a kid who has been out there trying to sell lemonade for 50 cents? Do you think this is how the mom will be talking to the kid? I don't think so. I think the mom and normal parents would be, honey, how about maybe tomorrow we change the location? Oh, honey, how about tomorrow we use a different kind of placard, a more shiny one that's more visible to the neighbors? Or maybe we should play some music so it can attract the people. Maybe we should, I know there's so many, maybe we should reduce the prices. That's how the mom would be talking to a kid. If you're a parent, if there's any parent in this house, they're like, don't give up, baby, we'll try tomorrow. So when you start your business, I'm telling you, it's going to be a wild, amazing ride. Like, it's full of challenges and exciting moments, but you just step up. So, but you need to coach yourself. You need to talk to yourself like your mother would. You need to nurture yourself, because I'm telling you, so many things are going to be thrown at you from all different kinds of angles, and you'll be like, oh, what is happening? But for once, you cannot demean yourself and be like, oh, I knew I was a failure. I knew I couldn't make it. No, That is not how you're going to talk. That is not how you run a business. You're going to nurture yourself and coach yourself. You're going to really mother yourself. I think I have this wonderful photos here that I set up for you. Another one here is here is a coach. They're about to play some football. They're having a huddle. And again, do you think this coach is telling them like, I don't know, you've been winning all this season, just go out there and just do whatever you gotta do? Do you think that is what he's telling the players? I think he's encouraging them. He's telling them, you're the best team ever. You didn't win last time, but today you're going to win. This is the day that you take over. This is the day, it's just like, raising their energy and just motivating them. So in this game of life, every day when you wake up in the morning, before you step out of the bed, as you're ready to play this game of life, and especially as a successful business owner, you cannot afford to get out of bed and be like, another Monday, it's snowing again, or what is it? You cannot afford to be like that. You're going to be like this coach. You're going to sit yourself in the bed and be like, you're the greatest. You're the greatest. You're the smartest. You're the most successful, because you're about to play this game of life, right? And if you're not amping up yourself in the morning, how do you think that day is going to go? Refuse to get out of bed until you feel like the winner you are, that like the successful business person you are. That is how you start thinking as a successful person. Successful people think like that. They motivate themselves. They nurture themselves. They're always just like full of positivity in their mind. They don't see a way out. Like they don't see failure. It's just like, how can I do this? Doesn't work. How is like this? That's how you need to be speaking to yourself before you get out of bed. Is that okay? Are you guys agreeing with me? Another thing, just a couple of things that I would like to mention again before we just wrap up. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Betty. Yes, your vibe attracts your tribe. This is so true, and I cannot emphasize. As you guys have joined this masterclass today, you are the people who you're the different kind of group. You know you can do. You're meant for better, for bigger, for more. But the influence, your environment can really influence you negatively, and it's the strongest kind of influence. And it's like some people say, oh, do not talk about your dreams, do not talk about. Sometimes that is true, but sometimes that is also false. But it depends, because imagine you're in a situation where, I don't know, even if you're hanging out with experts who are like experts, they all sell ice cream and they're experts in the world, the billionaires, whatever. One time, if you see somebody freezing, a gelato at a certain temperature, be like, no, don't do that. You'll be like, so it oozes out, that you kind of just know that information. And like, no, I don't even like ice cream, but that information you kind of know. So imagine if you're hanging out with the wrong crowd, people who have no desire to have their own business, and all they keep telling is like, oh, opening a business is difficult, doing this is difficult. Have you seen the taxes? Have you seen inflation? Do you know what you're going to start thinking? Eventually, that's how you're going to start thinking. So you really need to evaluate who you're talking to. What's your inner circle like? It's very, very, in fact, it's the most important thing you can ever do to yourself, Anyway, luckily, there's so many things you can do. Just motivate yourself, however you can, but you need to be full of positive thinking. Again, another thing, just reflect on the legacy you want to leave behind. And I mean, not to sound a little bit morbid, but most people don't reflect on like death. And I'm sorry to bring that up, but you could die tomorrow. Like, people just assume that, okay, I'm going to live forever. No, like, and not to bring down the energy, but, what are you going to leave for your kids? What legacy do you want to live in this world? Why? What are you, are you really living your full potential? In as much as you're going to live long, like what is the impact that you're having on this world? And that's a question that I think people should live upon every day. Every day think, what impact am I living in this world? What do I want to pass on? Not just to your community, to your family, to the whole world, right? The perfect time to start is now, not tomorrow. And I'm glad you guys joined this masterclass. I know for sure you're going to make amazing decisions, you know, because you got the perfect team here and you're going to do well. Set smart goals. Always have a goal. If you don't have, you know, I love this example. I think I had it from Jordan Peterson. He's a psychologist. He talks about if you drop someone in a, anyway, sorry. All right. Yeah, I was just winding up on that term. If you drop somebody in a desert, the reason why they get anxious, it's not because they don't know where to go. It's because there's just too many options, too many places to go. That's why they become aimless. But what you need to do is just pick a direction and walk, preferably where the sun is, and follow that cycle, you know, east-west, and follow that direction. You know, just set a goal, and that goal will be your guiding. You got sort of like your northern lights, or you're guiding a fire, what is it called? That light, the harbor light, you know, that will guide you home. But you must have a goal, a ridiculous goal for that sake. All right. Again, do not compete, create. That's another one. If you have a business supply store, just try to bring your uniqueness into the business, right? And you can do this because you're all smart, you're intelligent. I believe everything can do this. Gratitude is the magic. Absolutely. If you're thankful every day for the little that you have, for sure, that's gonna expand by law of multiplication. What does that say? It's getting out. Yes, that will just expand. God gives to those who are thankful, correct? Well, we talked about this. Your network is your network. Again, mental rehearsal. People call this visualization. But you must visualize. You must visualize. How are you going to have a successful business if you're not even thinking how it looks like? If you have to create it first in your mind, before anything else, you have to create it in your mind. And you have to do this every day. And watch how everything changes so fast for you. Every day, if you can just, before you wake up, like, you know, when you're in bed, when your alarm snoozes, just give yourself like 10 minutes, you know, do your gratitude, do your prayer, and visualize. Oh my God, I wonder how it feels like to own a beauty supply store. I wonder how it feels like to just go crazy. Just imagine, walk in your beauty supply store, serve your clients, just go crazy. And believe me, all your dreams will come true. And then it's my wish for you to achieve all your desires. I love this quote from Zig Ziglar. He's a famous motivational speaker. He says, motivation is like showering. The effects are not long-term, but that's why we recommend it daily, every day with no fail, every second, every chance you get. It just shifts your energy anyway, your vibration. You feel better if you think yourself, I'm so beautiful, I'm so smart, I'm a successful business owner. You know, that's a better feeling than thinking I'm a loser, I'm a failure, I don't have money. It's like, you might not have it right now, but if you start thinking of it, then you will eventually get it, right? All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this information with you tonight. This is my information. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me any questions before we close.
Yeah, we can take screenshots there. If you're on your phone, you can take a screenshot so you're able.
Oh, you're welcome, Chantal. And I'm looking forward to seeing you excel in your business, your entrepreneurial desires, your beauty supply industry. I cannot wait to see that. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. That is all from me tonight. If there's no questions. All right. Over to you, Catherine. Thank you.
All right. So I will not take any more of your time. Giving us 2 hours is absolutely, we're grateful for that. It's time to end the event. So I'm not gonna go deep into anything. I'll just put up a page where let me wait for my tech support. I didn't receive the vendor list. Okay, so send me an email or if you can just comment on our YouTube page, Beauty Supply Insider, and we'll be able to reach to you and send it to you. Okay, so here I wanted to talk about the upcoming event. So the reason why we're here actually is because this was a welcoming party for all the people who signed up last month. We already have a class going on. We are not 100% sure we'll have another class coming up, but if we get a lot of you who are interested, we will have one on the 30th of October. So it's a 7-week course. It covers the mindset. So, you know, Doreen has talked about that. It's very important. It's the first thing we tackle before we do anything else. And then there is the business fundamentals. We had the lawyer talk about that. It's very important. But now on the course, we go deep and explain it so that you understand why this is necessary for your business. And then on week 3, we talk about the location. We say that this is the home for your brand. We want to make sure you get the perfect location and get the perfect leads so you know you're taken care of. Then we'll show you how to do a market research, make sure that the business you're opening is going to be able to serve the community that you're in. And then there's the setting up of the store. So how do you put in the products? How do you put them in your POS system? Like we talk about that, all of it. And then we have the marketing and the grand opening. So how are you going to let people know that you're now open and in business? And finally, the bonus week, the week 7, that we explain how you can communicate with the community, how you integrate yourself and your business into the community so that you get all the support that you need. Okay, if you have any questions about that, we'll be able to help you with that. And then we did promise that if some of you already have our free vendor list. If you don't, we'll be giving that out for you, to have it. Because, and if you're thinking like, how can I open a beauty supply store? Maybe take a screenshot of this and, just follow the steps. You'll be able to do that. I have a lot of information. So I have a Facebook page and a YouTube page where all the information is for free, easily accessible. Just go there, watch all the resource that's there and make informed decisions. So let's, excuse me, let's go to the next page. Thank you very much. So this is the screenshot of what the Facebook page looks like. It has that says must watch before opening a beauty supply store. I do have a lot of videos like that because I want you to make sure before you open a beauty supply store, you are putting in the effort. So it's called Beauty Supply Insider on a mission to build community over competition. And we have the YouTube page that's the Beauty Supply Insider. We now have almost 2,000 subscribers, which is awesome. All right. So that's what I wanted to share today. Just so that you know how it's easy to connect with us. The Facebook group link. Okay, the link will be posted in the comment section. You can just click on the link and go straight to our Facebook page. Okay, do you have that? Did you get the link? Oh, the link to the YouTube channel. Okay. All right. And if you have any questions, I'll also put in the link to book a clarity call with me for 30 minutes. You have to show up to the call. If you don't, you will not be able to book another complimentary call. If you end up booking another complimentary call for not showing up for your first call, you'll be charged for your second call. So you only get the first call complimentary. Any calls after that, you will be charged for it. Okay. All right. Any other last things, clarifications that you need? Any other last things before we wind up the meeting? I know it's late, it's 9:05 my time. This was planned to end at 9 p.m. So we can just end these. I'm very grateful for you for attending. I'm grateful for the speakers that we had today. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much, Justin. Thank you so much, Doreen. You guys have been amazing. All right. Okay. So we'll end the meeting. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Good night. Thank you so much. That's my email if you don't have my email. All right. Have a good night, people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Catherine, are we gonna know the cost for the price for the cost?
Yes, it's 3,500 right now. You have the email. You can book a clarity call. We can go over that with you.
Okay,
You can reach out to me on YouTube, email, clarity call, like everywhere.
okay, thank you. Got it.
All right. You're welcome. Have a good night.